It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, they're hoping tonight will be a signature win for them, taking on a tough team on their home court. They'll need 4 quarters of near-flawless play to knock them off. And Kenny, we have lots to talk about. One thing coming up on the horizon, the trade deadline. Front offices have had time to evaluate rosters. What are your feelings about blockbuster in-season trades?
Huge deals are rare in the season, Ernie.
Huge deals.
But typically they come in the offseason because teams have time to nurture and bring them together. But there have been some great trades in midseason. So you can find new life right after the trade deadline, a la Clyde Drexler of the Houston Rockets, to get us our second championship.
Good point. New players would be slow to acclimate. But, Ernie, I think at times you risk disrupting chemistry.
Sometimes worth the risk and sometimes not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a nut and sometimes I don't.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Craig Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a loss to Orlando.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
Well, you hope they learn from the experience, and it's a shame it had to come at the expense of a loss because they did play well enough to win.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, Kevin, Tristan Thompson is one of the elite offensive rebounders in the league. He said, for me, it's always see ball, get ball, and just bring the energy. And be that guy that when I check in, guys on the other team are like, oh, no, he's here tonight? That's my mentality. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. And clearly Thompson knows his role on this team. Got to admire how hard he goes on the glass. And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it, 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule, and you're starting to see that. Shortening the preseason, stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Paul George is out there with Anthony, and it's Adams in at the 5. Now here's Wade, 4 on the clock. And no good. Adams, some nice D. Here's Robertson. Outside Westbrook. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Westbrook's got his team on the board to start the game for the Thunder.
I think you've got to respect the catch-and-shoot game of Russell Westbrook. He is excellent at pulling up.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Wade. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
And he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 5.
If you allow Russell into the mid-range game, he is lethal.
Back to LeBron. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Westbrook leading the charge.
And how about a little bit of of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Not only can he make plays for others, he can take it upon himself to finish.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Thompson sets the pick for Thomas. Wade on the wing. LeBron outside. And James throws it down hard.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And that last replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Roberson. There's the pick. And here's Anthony from the arc. The three from George. Cavaliers with the rebound. Now here's LeBron. 23 points for him the last game against Orlando.
And it wasn't only his strength, the intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Roberson. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. George passes to Anthony. Baseline jumper. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Thompson, a screen on Westbrook. Here's Thomas. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Isaiah Thomas can handle the basketball with great efficiency. He might have the league's best hesitation move, and that allows him to get to the rim at will, guys.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas. And Doris, when Thomas gets into the lane, he's an amazing finisher for a guy his size.
It really boggles the mind, Kevin, how many tricks are in that bag. This guy can finish with hooks, with floaters, with either hand from different angles, English off the glass. I think his strength is really deceptive. He can take a hit, finish the play. This guy is truly remarkable.
Now, here's Wade, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Baseline try. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. LeBron's got his second bucket.
Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
Outside Westbrook. And the rejection by Love.
Wow, terrific timing from Kevin.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Westbrook kicks to George. Back to Westbrook. They need this. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Westbrook's got 10.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
The screen from Thompson. Thomas against Westbrook. With the shot. Thomas, no good.
Yeah, bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Here's Wade following the basket by Russell Westbrook to the left side wing. Love with the screen on Anthony. Back to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's Roberson. And that misses. That would have put him up. LeBron with it. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Over George. Nice shot by James. He's got 6.
LeBron has become such an accomplished mid-range shooter. You've got to crowd him, or he's going to drop that one in every time.
Thomas against Westbrook.
one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
The first one falls.
You know, you see Russell Westbrook now, and you just assume he's going to put up a triple-double. I don't think we thought we'd ever see somebody average that for an entire season. But what an incredible accomplishment last year, and turned the NBA upside down with that feat.
Thomas kicks to Wade. LeBron against George. James dishes to Thompson. Kicks it out to Love. Misses the three. And Westbrook with an incredible year in the triple-double average. He also broke Oscar Robertson's record for most triple-doubles in a single season. Doris, wonderful ceremony with the two of them on the last day of last season.
What's incredible to me is Westbrook is already fourth on the all-time triple-double list. Think about it. He's in his prime, and he could pass names like the Big O, Magic Johnson, and Jason Kidd. This is truly extraordinary.
Here's Wade. Steven Adams making his last shot. And here's LeBron outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Roberson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Roberson's got his first bucket in this one.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
James, the pass to Thompson. Stolen by George. Over LeBron. Great D that time from James. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And Love has it in the corner. Wade outside. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And here's Love for 3. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And George kicks to Anthony. Yep, that one goes in there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform.
Oh, look at that. The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
Rose against Westbrook, and there's the call on Felton. That's his first foul. Westbrook against Rose. Here's Crowder, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
And Jared Sullinger, the bucket on the assist by Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 8.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Crowder with it. Sullinger picks him up. It's stolen by Sullinger. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Westbrook. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
There's the pick. Rose goes in. Here's Fry. An easy 2 points on the layup.
He's going to sneak in on you. Channing Frye is a crafty offensive rebounder.
Now the Thunder with it. They're on an 18-6 run. Felton kicks to Westbrook. Pulls up on the wing. Good. A nice assist from Felton. And that's 18 points for Russell Westbrook.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Rose against Westbrook. Right side Rose. Smith for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Sullinger with a screen for Westbrook. Goes up off the pick, and the dunk by Westbrook.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Drains the three-pointer. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's JR's specialty right there. The defense can't let him have a shot. I don't care what kind of range he's in. Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. And here's Rose. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. There's the pick to the left side wing. Here's the three. Cleveland keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Patterson a screen on Smith. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for Oklahoma City.
Well, you love seeing the backcourt stay active and putting that speed and quickness to use on the glass. They've gotten a lot of rebounds and helping to do whatever they can for the win.
Outside Rose. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Shumpert dishes to Rose. Rose can't get that one to fall.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. On the wing, Shumpert. Back to Rose. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. The shot missing. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job of penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Outside Westbrook. Poke loose. Smith the pass to Shumpert. The three. And it's Smith missing. Felton kicks to Westbrook. Off the mark and the drop continues. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism, but also a guy who is extremely critical of himself.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to come out, to know when to score, to know when to pass, to know when to be aggressive, to know when to slow down. It can be tough at times because I want to do so well, and I want my teammates to do so well, and I want to win so bad.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates, too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands-on basketballs resulting into steals. This has been pretty to watch.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Grant is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Felton. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Sullinger in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
What anticipation by Channing Frye. Measures it up and sends it back.
Crowder a screen on Westbrook. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Crowder sets a screen for Carter. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Carter's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Cavs. The one thing we saw with the Thunder last postseason, Doris, is that when Russell Westbrook comes off the floor, this team sometimes lost its direction.
Yeah, but now with Paul George in the fold, it makes sense to stagger their minutes. That way they won't have such a dramatic drop-off if Russell Westbrook leaves the floor.
And it's Westbrook missing.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Rose against Westbrook. Carter outside. Offensive rebound. Pass to Crowder. Here's Smith. A beautiful reverse layup. Smith's got 5 now.
Well, you really like to see Smith go to work inside there. Always looking to expand on his game.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Westbrook dishes to Sullinger. And Patterson kicks to Westbrook. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. A different look now for Cleveland. Kevin Love comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Green in for Crowder. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. George is checked in. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Sullinger, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Felton. Good D from Love.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking it.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots. Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Anthony comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Andre Robertson in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Rose. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's just a 3-point Thunder lead.
You can see the athleticism and toughness. Rose becoming exponentially more dangerous the closer he gets to the rim.
And Robertson kicks to Anthony. Looking to end the drought. He takes it up and lays it in.
You know, this doesn't seem to bother him. Melo is able to maintain his focus when he's attacking the basket. It's almost like the defense wasn't even there.
Love with the screen for LeBron. The dish now to Green. LeBron outside. High, arcing shot. George with the defensive effort. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Anthony, the pass to Felton. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Anthony. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way and going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
You wonder if they're looking to take control of this one early. And when you have more...
That's how you attack.
Wow, how'd he do that? Now, LeBron James will inflict pain at the rim when he gets free like that.
Felton kicks to George. Adams with the screen on James. Here's Anthony. And that one goes long. The Cavaliers trail by 3. James outside. And LeBron throws it down.
Yeah, when LeBron James is fighting his way through contact, he makes it look so easy.
The Thunder shooting around 40% from the floor here. Felton dishes to Adams. Screen by Adams. Love against Anthony. Over Love. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Green against Anthony. Green passes to Rose. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, Kev, because of his toughness, Rose does this with regularity. Converts inside against duress.
You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line. And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Throw good, Adams. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
And Love gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Roberson. No good from outside.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
That's a pick by Love. Wade outside. James outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Doris, we've seen the offensive game of LeBron James evolve over the years, adding a post game, improving his three-pointer.
Well, I think, Kevin, like all the greats, the work habits and willingness to add dimensions to his game have always been there. We understand passing and playmaking have been the constants of his career, but now he understands he's got to vary the way his points and his productivity come.
And LeBron James last season playing in his 7th consecutive NBA Finals. Doris, a streak only surpassed by the great Bill Russell.
And for context, Kevin, remember in the 60s when Bill Russell played, the finals were just the second round. What LeBron is doing is so much harder. To think that in 12 postseasons he has been to the finals 8 times, nothing short of astounding.
Under trailing by 4. Now Felton. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers. Down low. Here's Anthony. And Thompson sends it back.
Oh, the former Longhorn Thompson really elevating for the rejection. Love the energy, guys.
Outside Thomas. He kicks to Wade. The feed to Love. Here's Thompson. Offside Thomas. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
Well, you have to stay attached to Isaiah Thomas because in catch-and-shoot situations, this guy is ready to fire.
Screen by Adams. Felton kicks to Adams. And they get it. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Thompson, a screen on Felton. Out to the right wing. Back to Thomas. Cleveland moving it around. LeBron James on the wing. Defended by George. And LeBron throws it down.
And LeBron James showing no signs of slowing up anytime soon, scoring with ease.
Under trailing by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Screen by Adams. Off the screen. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
It's tipped. And Thompson kicks to Thomas. Out to Wade. Back to Thomas. In the corner, it's James. Outside for Thomas. Over Felton. Again, the Cavaliers score.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And Roberson kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. Pass to George. Here's Roberson. That's 3 pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Over to the left wing. To the inside. Outside, George. To the paint. He's looking for Felton and finds him. The layup missed.
He does the hard part. Gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
Thompson sets the pick for Thomas. Out left to the wing. Here's Love from the arc. Out to Wade. Felton against Thomas. Love dishes to LeBron. And oh, here we go. Felton's got it. The fast break chance. It's good. And that's now 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Amazing recognition by Felton. Sees the wide open man, sends it on time and on target.
Thomas passes to Thompson. Thomas kicks to Love. Feeds to LeBron. 3-pointer, Wade. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one. And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
A different look now for Cleveland. Crowder, he's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for James. And Shumpert in there for Dwayne Wade. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Sullinger's checked in for Steven Adams. Patterson comes in for Anthony. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for George. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
That makes him 0 for this quarter, and that has not helped their cause.
Crowder is screen on Westbrook. Thomas dishes to Smith. Thompson inside. Sullinger's there. Clock at 4. Thomas kicks to Smith. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And really, Smith is always looking to fire as soon as he touches the ball. The D has to be more aware of that quick trigger.
There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Patterson. Here is Thomas. Last time, 14 points for him. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Out to Shumpert from deep. They get it back. To the left wing. Thomas against Westbrook. Back to Shumpert. He dishes it to Thomas. Over Westbrook. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer!
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
Unbelievable turn of events. He knew it was good from the moment it left his hand.
And that does it for the first half of play. Cavaliers lead by 13. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh yeah, we got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room, we got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay, but like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. Now back to the other Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Of course, you've talked a bit about leadership, both on and off the floor. What are some of the traits, in your opinion, that make someone a person who'd want to follow and the characteristics of a leader?
You know, I'd say someone who prioritizes winning, even at the expense of their own success. That would be the first thing. And then someone who's ultra competitive. Somebody who's available on a night-by-night basis. Somebody who doesn't let a little nick or a bruise impact their availability on a particular night. So unselfishness, competitiveness, and availability are 3 attributes that I love.
And leaders can be followers from time to time, too, don't you think?
Oh, there's no question about it. You have to be willing to be a part of a group, and sometimes that means ceding your leadership position.
The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Wade passes to Thompson. Back to Wade. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by George. Thunder trailing by 15. Here's Roberson. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
And Thompson kicks to Love. Now, here's Wade. He has 5. Off the screen. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
A shot by LeBron. No good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
George dishes to Westbrook. Outside Anthony. Screen by Adams. Here's George. The shot will not fall. Good D by Thompson.
Boy, they can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Thompson, a screen on Westbrook. Here's Thomas. Right through the D for the layup. Thomas got 11 points.
Boy, what a big-time, strong finish. Isaiah Thomas, an uncanny ability to make tough shots.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, we, the North, starting to turn out some players, right? Out of Toronto, Canada, Tristan Thompson. He doesn't have the most expansive offensive skill set, but, guys, his motor is as good as it gets.
Adams, the pass to George. And Robertson has it in the corner. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And Thompson, one of the most relentless rebounders in the NBA.
Well, this is the elite skill he brings to the table. His durability and nightly effort on the boards make him a hugely valuable player, worthy of that contract.
Thomas against Westbrook. The putback. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
LeBron is doubled. Thomas against Westbrook. Back to Wade. In the corner, it's James. No good with the triple. Thunder trailing by 17. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Back to Westbrook. He feeds it to Roberson. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Thomas's shot is off.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Adams. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Adams has got 8.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass. I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
Thunder trailing by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's good for 2. 22 points for Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook making the game look easy. A shoot-first point guard who can catch fire.
Westbrook against Thomas. Love dishes to Thomas. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Oklahoma City's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. George passes to Roberson. Lays it up and banks it in. The Cavaliers leading by 13. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Thompson sets the pick for Love. It's stolen by Anthony. And the rejection by James.
He was tracking that shot the whole way. No chance LeBron was letting that get to the rim.
LeBron with a screen on Adams. Love, no luck.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
And stolen by LeBron. Outside Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His 2nd triple tonight.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And anytime he takes the court, you can bet Isaiah Thomas is #1 with a bullet atop the other team's scout report.
And he knows it too, Kev. Facing all of these double teams, this guy's worked so hard to become even more dynamic as a scorer and passer. He can finish with either hand. He can hit threes on the move. This guy is relentless, looking to improve.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Green, he's checked in for Thompson. Jay Crowder comes in for LeBron. J.R. Smith's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Thomas. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Green with a screen on Anthony. From beyond the arc. Rose, no good. Rose has gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. Felton dishes to Westbrook. Anthony up on top. He's got 6.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Over in the corner, Rose. The offensive rebound. Paul George with the steal. Kicks it to Felton. Passes it to Patterson. Drills it from outside. Patterson's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the nice rise and fire on the jumper. Patterson taking advantage of the space given.
Rose against Westbrook. Rose passes to Love. From the arc. And Derrick Rose gets the 3. He's got 7.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Doris, coming into the NBA, Love's game was centered around the basket, a double-double machine.
Well, think about this, Kev. One of 5 players in the last 3 decades to average over 15 rebounds for an entire season. He did that in 2011. And he still remains a factor on the boards because he's got terrific understanding of positioning and great lower body strength.
That free throw missing.
You love the skill set that Russell Westbrook has worked so hard to develop, guys. He can go with the drive, the jumper, and as an elite defender, boy, when he's locked in, it's trouble for the offense.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Sullinger comes in for Anthony, and it's Grant in for George. Rose, good.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
And there's the pass to Love. Outside, Green. Dishes to Rose. Off target from outside. Thunder trailing by 17. Grant outside. Right through the D for the layup.
Well, how about the opportunistic Jeremy Grant taking it strong on the drive? Love it.
Love with the screen on Westbrook. Here's Rose, and finished off by Rose.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And Doris, you've spoken in the past about the art form of drawing a foul. Who are some of the best players that you've seen in executing them?
Well, I think the preeminent guy at this point would have to be James Harden, right? And this guy specializes in the and one, the 3-shot opportunities from 3. And listen, that is part of the game, and we do not want to take that aspect away, right? Because and ones have always been a part of the game. What we need to evaluate is at what point does a shot attempt begin versus those guys who are throwing themselves, or in James Harden's case, sometimes grabbing the arm of the defender and creating a foul where none existed before.
He's been very clever in perfecting that, and I give him credit because he has taken what's given and really exploited it.
It might become known if they make a change as the Harden rule, Kevin.
You're right. It probably will be. Rose against Westbrook. Right side, Felton. Grant outside. Here's Westbrook. Makes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Russell Westbrook, because of his athleticism, such a handful down deep.
Rose kicks to Love. And Love throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Patterson can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Rose against Westbrook. Back to Rose. Love with the screen on Westbrook. Here's Rose. Here's Love. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. That free throw good from Kevin Love.
When you look at the Cavs bench, you certainly see a lot of veterans over there. LeBron wants teammates he can trust in the heat of the playoffs.
Stolen by Rose. And the wide open shot from Crowder, and the 3 off target.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. He almost never get that wide open a look.
Stolen by Rose. Smith outside. Inside. And a dunk by Love.
Now, these are the games where Kevin Love just dominates the box score by the end of the night.
With the pass.
Thunder trailing by 20. And LeBron trying to make the most of his championship window, Doris. But does the age of the Cavalier role players shorten that window, do you think?
Well, I think it's a great question. And you could look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs, and they put among their reserves young developing players, and that helps to extend their run. With the Cavs, it seems to be more of a now or never approach.
Here's Shumpert. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Felton with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That's tipped. It's stolen by Rose. And so it's Cleveland closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action after this word. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Just an observation. We got to get a whole lot more physical. Loose balls we need to dive on. We need to get more physical.
Billy D putting emphasis on toughness and tired of seeing his team get pushed around.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, it's torture watching your guys get moved around out there. Might need a personnel change if this continues.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Taking a look at the Thunder. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Patrick Patterson is out there with Grant. And it's Sullinger in at the 5, roaming the paint. Patterson a screen on Smith. Launches a 3.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Wade on the wing. Pass to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
The Thunder shoot just 34% from the floor. And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Doris, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball games?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach. And someday maybe I'll coach a boys' high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business. And slowly but surely, it grew every year.
But still educating still, right? I mean, don't you feel there's a part of education to being an analyst?
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are fortunate enough to be. And sure, just describing what's going on. It's a lot of fun.
You are a PhD in broadcasting.
Well, if you think back to last season, guys, the narrative was that Russell Westbrook had zero help on this roster. To be completely honest, I thought it was unfair to the pieces that were around Russell Westbrook and the job they did playing their roles to exactly the standard this organization wanted.
Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Rose. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Adams checked in. Here's James. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Thunder trailing by 19. And what the fans are saying is that Westbrook, Doris, just needs more help around him.
Well, certainly the acquisition of Paul George should relieve some pressure on Russell Westbrook because now he's teamed along yet another superstar.
The dish to Crowder. To the middle. Out to Wade. 5 to shoot. And the shot falls short this time.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And Oklahoma City making a change here. George is checked in. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And here is LeBron. Outside Thomas. Back to James. 6 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
Here's James. 3 on the clock. Over George. And another miss by Cleveland.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
From 12 feet out. Westbrook, no good. Cleveland leading by 16. Crowder, a screen on George. There's Thomas with the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Tipped away. Robertson dishes to George. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Anthony's checked in for Oklahoma City. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Westbrook kicks to George. The feed to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket is good.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Westbrook against Thomas. Trying to get back on track. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Here's George. Rejected by Crowder.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Thomas, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, wouldn't you agree? Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
Back to Robertson. In the corner, George with it. He kicks it to Robertson. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. Cleveland leading by 18. And he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Guys, that's just superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
Doris, not too long ago, changes were made to the intentional foul rule. In your observation, has this made a positive difference?
Well, I certainly love that the away-from-the-play fouls were extended to include the last 2 minutes of each period. I don't think you should necessarily give an advantage to a team that is playing from behind by intentionally fouling a poor free throw shooter. So that's one. I do believe now the bigger issue in the NBA has become these shooting fouls where the shooter is launching himself into a defender. I think that the NBA will take a hard look at that and make any necessary change, Kev.
Totally agree, Doris. I don't want to pinpoint one player, but James Harden has made that an art form.
That's correct.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The screen from Thompson. Off the pick. The drive by James.
Yeah, LeBron, too many options, too many weapons at his disposal when he runs the pick and roll.
Here's Westbrook. Kick out to Adams. Pass to George. for the three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first three of the night.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. The screen from Thompson. Here's Thomas. Thompson passes to Crowder. LeBron against Anthony. Taken away by Anthony. They push it up 4-on-3. Here's George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook with his head on a swivel. He understands where his guys are at all times.
LeBron outside.
Hey, yo, wait.
And James throws it down hard.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Screen by Adams. Outside Anthony. Here's Roberson. Wade is covering. 5 to shoot. Outside for George. No good on the triple.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Took him no time at all on that one. That's 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
You know, the ability to seize the opportunity, see the daylight, get that position, and Melo, one of the best to ever do it.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Wade, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Cavs, once again, looking to will their way, Doris, to a title. Every year, the competition seems to grow fiercer.
Yes, but they seem to be a team that thrives on adversity. Think back to 2016 when they overcome that 3-1 deficit. Last season, it was the largest second-half comeback in playoff history. There's no quit in these Cavaliers.
Love's check in for the Cavaliers. And Roberson kicks to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's what you call leaving no doubt. Anthony responds emphatically.
LeBron against George. LeBron dishes to Thompson. Thomas up top. For 3, Love. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. George has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first. You know, since halftime, he's finally started to shoot with confidence.
Thomas kicks to Thompson. Back to Thomas. To the middle. Poked away. Shoots from 14. And he overshot that one, missing. Thunder trailing by 12. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
You know, you can tell the three-point shot is something that Melo has developed over his course of time in the league.
LeBron James on the wing. Thompson sets the pick for James. Back to Thomas. Kicks it out to LeBron. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. LeBron's got 10 points in just the second half. Outside Westbrook. Feeds it to George. Roberson the pass to Anthony. Over Love. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Carmelo Anthony.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Thomas against Westbrook. Thomas dishes to Love. He feeds it to James. Back to Love. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Thunder trailing by 10. And there's Paul George on the assist by Adams. 10 points for George.
And Paul George very confident down on the low block. He positions himself well to get off any shot he wants.
And LeBron throws it down.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. With them getting outshot from the perimeter, he told them, we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Well, you love when Steven Adams shows his strength. Even with the defense in his grill, he finds a way to score.
They throw good, Adams. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
8 on the wing. The screen from Thompson. Shot off the screen. Wade can't hit. Thunder trailing by 7. Outside Westbrook. Here's Roberson. James covering. And George kicks to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. George, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
1:27 left in the game. Thompson passes to Thomas. And it's Wade in the corner. Thompson against Adams. Thompson dishes to James. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Is Russell Westbrook the toughest guy to contain in the league? He's explosive, he's unpredictable, and he is a nightmare for defenders.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. LeBron kicks to Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
How good is King James at spreading the floor, involving everyone on the offensive end?
Pass to George. He dishes it to Westbrook. Over Thomas. Connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
There isn't a person in the gym who didn't know Westbrook was taking and making that shot.
Here's Thomas. No good on the shot. Westbrook with the nice D there.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
No, you've got to act quickly here. I mean, look for the quick score and either a fast foul or a steal. No options.
And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Listen, LeBron has had some years where his free throw percentage has not been as high as you'd like, but for the most part, pretty solid.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 5. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 23 seconds left in the game. Roberson.
Well, that's just great work from Paul George to spot the open man. And at his size, he can see right over the defense.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Isaiah Thomas.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Don't you love how Isaiah Thomas now surveys the floor? This guy has been superb at the point, and he's embraced the challenge of becoming a leader.
Here's Westbrook. Hits the front of the rim and out. And that's an intentional foul.
Penalty situation. Shooting for Cleveland.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker.
Yeah, Thompson not really the guy who's going to punish you consistently for sending him to the free throw line.
Anthony, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Roberson. Trifecta! And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for your Cavaliers,
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, guys, that'll seal it for sure, right? Terrific job keeping his concentration and knocking those down.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, LeBron. It's a season of peaks and valleys. Give me a snapshot of where you've been the last few games as a team.
Well, we got better today. That's the most important thing. We got better. We didn't take a step backwards like we did in our last two games. So, we're happy about that.
On to the next one. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.